Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I'm wiping my eyebrows. Listen, good morning to all of the best friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning here in Central Time Zone. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And it's probably about one something in the morning on the West Coast. But good morning to everybody who's up. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and each and everybody. Shout out to all of the best friends watching live. Good morning, Miss Alma Brown, and good morning to all of the best friends that's popping on. Good morning to everybody who may see this video as a replay at some point. For those of you guys who have no idea who I am Candy Sincerity Johnson. I'm coming to you guys early this morning. I'm coming to you with very little sleep, so I'm tired. Thus the bags under my eyes. I'm coming to you with bushy eyebrows and girl, the hoodie on that you seen me wearing the other day. You know, I'm coming to you looking crazy. I'm coming to you tired and ugly, as I said. Good morning, Miss Alma, Miss Rosalind, Mr. John W. Trump. Good morning, King. Good to see you. Miss Kathy Brown. Good morning to see you. Pleasure as always. Good morning to all of the best friends. Look, for it to be in the middle of the night, early in the morning, you guys are coming in record numbers. It's good to see you. Shout out to our subscriber best friends, and also shout out to all of our replay community. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Miss Ursula, Miss Margaret, and everybody else. Listen, I'm sitting here in the airport, right? I'm sitting here in the airport, and I just arrived at the airport. For those of you guys who don't know, I was supposed to fly back home. I'm still in Texas. I'm still in Dallas, and I was supposed to fly back home to Chicago on yesterday. However, as time grew closer, right? As time grew closer for Avery and I to leave Killeen, Texas, which is where she lives, and get on the road and go back to Dallas to take me to the airport in preparation for my flight. As time grew closer, what happened was my flight was canceled. Not delayed, my flight was canceled. That had never happened to me. But I'm not somebody who travels on a consistent basis. Thank you for the happy belated birthday wishes. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. So I'm not somebody who travels often. So there's a first time for everything. For those of you guys who don't know, in Arkansas, in Tennessee, and in Illinois, we're under, a storm watch. There have been tornadoes ripping, running, or thunderstorms or something like that, ripping and running throughout the land. And so because of the storms, they didn't want to delay the flight. They just simply canceled the flight. So now comes the rescheduling, the movement of plans, right? So that completely altered all of how my evening was supposed to go. That completely altered what I had planned for last night, which was, shower and get comfortable and have Kennedy and Caleb and Sean in my arms. That completely altered the course of the day. However, I could look at it as it altered my plans, and I didn't get a chance to wake up in my own bed, and I'm not at home, right? I could look at it that way. Or I could say, I thank God for keeping me another day, I thank God for keeping me for another day. I thank God for giving intuition and insight to the pilots and the decision makers of saying, hey, it may not be in our best interest. It may not be in our best interest to take this group of people and put them, in flight 40,000, 50,000 feet above during a storm. It may not be in their best interest. It may not be the safest thing or the smartest thing to do. And so I'm grateful for the inconvenience, if I could be transparent, best friends. And so what ended up happening was, not only did my flight get canceled, I had to reschedule my flight. So the same time I got the notification, probably thousands of other people were also getting the notification, which therefore meant it was a race to the finish line. Everybody was trying to book flights and get home as quickly as possible. So all of the good flights, the direct flights, ended up getting snatched up. And so now I'm en route to Orlando, and I'm going to have a layover in Orlando for about an hour and a half. God says the same. And then after my layover in Orlando, then I will be making the final journey, the final leg of my trip home to Chicago. So I'm super grateful for that. What that means, best friends, is that at the 7 o'clock call, we have a 7 o'clock prayer call. The 7 o'clock prayer call will continue today. It will certainly continue today. You guys, for those of you guys who were not on the prayer call on yesterday, you missed a treat. At 7 a.m. on yesterday, my best friend Avriel graced us with her presence, and she came on the platform and she prayed for the best friends. And so if you guys missed that, please go back and rewatch that. It may even be beneficial if you were on the live to go back and rewatch it, just so that you can start your day correctly today. Her and Sean, in my absence, because I'm going to be in the air, I'm going to be flying. I'm sitting at the gate now. I'm sitting here at the gate, and at 5:30, we're going to board the flight, but I will be in the air at 7 o'clock, because everything got rescheduled and rerouted and everything. I'm going to be in the air at 7 a.m. And so when I went to them and I said, well, what are we going to do? They said the show must go on. Amen. The show must go on with or without me. So Sean is going to facilitate everything. She's going to bring Avriel on, and they're going to be praying. Avriel is, still here in Dallas with me. We got a hotel room last night, so she may or may not be at the hotel. She may or may not be, whatever. So she said, I'm still committed to stopping what I'm doing and still praying with the best friend. So I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate her for her willingness to pour, because if I can be honest, best friends, that's a very, very, very heavy position. It's a very, very, very heavy posture to be in. And when you lead people, whether it's in prayer, whether it's in ministry, whether it's in community, which is what we've been building over here for a number of years, when you lead people and you take them on a journey to become something greater than what they are, there comes the warfare, right? There comes the attack, and it's a very, very, very heavy position. When you take that position seriously, then, of course, sometimes you can take on some of the burdens of the people that you serve. So I appreciate all of the best friends that were on the prayer call, or the prayer live rather, yesterday, who said, hey, we're praying for you. You're praying for us, and as a result, we're praying for you. We're praying for your strength. We're praying for your guidance. We're praying for your obedience to God. We're praying for you. And so I greatly appreciate you guys not only praying for Avriel, but also praying for Sean and I, as we, have been working to continue to lead this community. And in full transparency, best friends, we have no idea where this journey is taking us. And some days it's a little scary. It could be a little scary because nobody can see around corners, but we trust God, right? If you would have asked me in December of 2022 where we saw ourselves first quarter going into second quarter, I wouldn't have seen this, right? But we trust God. And so we will pivot and we will shift according to his voice, and we will do whatever it is that we need to do to make sure we're serving the people at the highest level. I know yesterday's content, yesterday's prayer call, what you guys have been getting from us for the past several weeks, has looked very, very different than how we originally started our journey together. But if I could be honest and transparent, best friends, it feels like God is bringing us together in a different sort of way. Does that make sense? It seems like, just us coming together to laugh and to play and to have a good time is not sustaining the people. And so God is wanting us to deepen our relationship together. And I appreciate the trust, the fact that you guys have trusted me to this level. And I promise that no matter which direction we go in, it's going to be with, number one, God leading us, right? And then number two, your best interest at heart. I will always and forever keep your best interest at heart, because at the end of the day, that's what this community is about. It's about us coming together and making sure we've got each other's best interest at heart. Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth, for the stars. Thank you very, very much for the stars. I greatly appreciate you. Good morning, Miss Sarita. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Good morning, Bailey. Good morning to all of the best friends that are popping on. So y'all forgive me because I look rough. Yeah, I had on this hoodie. I got on different clothes underneath and stuff like that. But I got on this hoodie from a few days ago just because it's keeping me warm. Y'all know when y'all on and off planes, it can get a little chilly, and I didn't bring a jacket. I don't have no jewelry on. When I woke up this morning at the hotel, I packed my jewelry in my bag that I checked. And so my carry-on bag don't have no jewelry in it. So I sat for about a second or two, and I said, which is more important, me trying to get myself together and look a little bit more presentable, or me just coming on, talking to the best friends, looking how I'm looking, girl, and just spending time. And so I said, let's just spend a little time. Let's spend a little time, shall we? Let's spend a little time. So here we sit, best friends. So I'm super excited about, yes, Mr. Rita, I'm at the airport, baby. Look, I'm at the airport. All the people around me are asleep. Everybody's flights all over this country have been canceled due to storms. People are asleep everywhere, girl. People are asleep. People are asleep. And I'm waiting on my flight to board. My flight will begin boarding at 5:30. And so take off. We will pull away from the gate and then hopefully be in the air at 6. And then I was supposed to fly out yesterday, but, I have to go to Orlando. And then after Orlando, I get to go home. Yep. Yeah. Miss Bailey said, we just pray for those who need it. Yeah, we definitely been praying for those who need it. We definitely been praying for those who need it. Evoya, I'm trying to get home. But my flight yesterday was canceled, so I had to reschedule for today. So instead of me being able to get a direct flight to Chicago, I have to go to Orlando and then go from Orlando to Chicago. So a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's right, Bridget. She said you're breathing so beautiful. So you're beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my God. Sarita said I'm in Minnesota and it's a blizzard. Ooh, child. This traveling thing, I promise you, y'all. And I know that the weather is different in all parts of the country. But speaking of blizzard, I don't think it's definitely not a blizzard in Illinois. But it's much colder than it's been in Texas. When I say perspective is everything, best friends. Perspective is everything. Perspective is everything, meaning I've been down here in Texas, and yesterday it was like 87 degrees. Huh? It was like 87 degrees. I ain't seen 87 degrees since last year because I live in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? And so, when we have the conversation about weather, it's all relative. It depends on where you are. But it just affirms, just being down here in Texas just affirms, girl, I definitely do not want to live in Illinois for the rest of my life. I think I'm literally staying in Illinois only for my granny and my family. Yeah, for the closeness and the accessibility of my family members. But if it weren't for them, girl, me, Kennedy, and Caleb and Sean would have been gone. And so the more time I spend in Dallas, the more I'm like, I really, 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 really love it here. But there's so many people that have and are moving to this area that is driving the price of property up. And so now, you have to spend a lot more money to get, land and a home built, in comparison to what you would have spent, a few years ago. So, Miss Melissa said, I'm truly blessed that I came across your page. I started watching when I was taking care of my ex-husband who died from a brain tumor. You got me through a lot, and I've gotten close. To our Lord. Thank you, best friend. Oh my goodness. It's such an honor and such a privilege to be able to be connected to you in that way. I definitely will continue to pray for you during your journey, because being a caretaker is very difficult. Dealing with the grief of losing a loved one is very, very difficult. And so I greatly appreciate your kind words. I greatly appreciate you. And I think it's just confirmation that this is exactly what I'm called to do, is just build community online and connect with my people. You guys are my people and I'm your people. But connect with you guys every day. I have to connect with you every day. And what I may do, and you guys let me know if you want this, is I may go live even multiple times a day. It's just to connect in different ways. Sometime it might be to pray. Sometime it might be just come along and ride with me to the store or something like that. And sometime it might just be to sit down and have a conversation just like we're doing now. But I think a lot of people across this country and across the world are going through things. And sometimes, even when you have people next to you, you might have family members, you might have friends, but you just might not have that support that you need. And some people don't have anybody. And you may not just have that support that you need. And so this community is that. We're that support to one another. And so sometimes that's what it takes, And so I greatly appreciate your transparency. And I thank you for being a part of this community. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Hey, best friend. Hey, best friend. Evoya said, yes, many are relocating to Illinois. Yeah. I think a lot of people are moving out of Illinois and they're going to different places. Texas is huge because, like you said, there's no state tax. And the weather is nice. Let me be honest. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a good place to be, girl. It's just a good place to be. So, yeah, there's pros and cons to living everywhere, if I could be honest, best friends. There are pros and cons to being everywhere. So, yeah, I think, Sean and I have been talking about moving to Texas for a long time. And so naturally, as Kennedy and Caleb have heard this from us, since they were little, when Kennedy found out that I was coming to Dallas, she said, Mom, can I go? And I was like, well, not on this trip because I got some things I'm taking care of with Auntie Ariel. And so she said, okay. She said, well, in fairness, Mom, we need to take a trip soon to Dallas because we keep saying that we want to move there. But in fairness, I can't keep saying that I want to move somewhere that I haven't been. So I was looking at her like, girl. But yeah. So that is that's y'all niece. So she always got something to say about something. Miss Bridget said, with all the madness in the world, we enjoy being with you a couple of times. Well, thank you. There is a lot going on in the world. There's definitely a lot going on. So, it's good to touch people who, appreciate you and who, I don't know. This is family over here. So I appreciate you guys. Sarita says she needs to get a feel of Texas. Exactly. So, the kids are also big with their sports. So Caleb and Kennedy was like, we need to check out the sports teams. We need to check out some of the travel teams and everything. And so I told them, I said, well, these kids down here, they not gonna play with y'all. Y'all from Illinois. You guys practice in the wintertime inside the dome, a heated dome. They, year round, they out there in the dirt getting it. So I was like, baseball and softball look different here. Girl, y'all look at the man. Girl, he's sitting there digging in his nose. Girl, if y'all seen that video by Darius, the man was sitting there digging in his nose. Girl, this man is sitting here. Girl, look. Girl, what? Girl, what? Why do people do that? I'm so disturbed. Girl, why do these people keep doing this? Good morning, Miss Kimberly. Good morning, best friends. Girl, what? Somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain this to me. Exactly, Miss Margaret. Now the boy hands in his mouth. I can't. Oh God, I can't. Oh God, I can't. Oh God. See this? Y'all seen it here. This the second time. Shout out to everybody who follow my homeboy in my head for real in real life, Mr. Darius Cooks Williams. Girl, Darius had posted a whole reel that's going, girl, doing numbers because the people is fed up, girl. The people fed up. Why is this happening? Girl, we sitting here having a good conversation, girl. Y'all, we sitting here having fellowship. We sitting over here best friends. What time is it for all of this? We sitting over here having fellowship. We're sitting over here having fellowship. I'm spending time with my best friends. I cannot. Girl, is that the same man that did it? That did it earlier in the week? Girl, God ain't in none of that. And on my flight, see, best friends, this is why I stay in the house. This is why I stay in the house, out the way. I stay in the house, out the way. Yeah. Chantel said, I saw that video on Darius' timeline. Exactly, girl. Chantel, is that the same man? Girl, I need to call Darius and see, girl. I need to say, we need to do a side by side. We need to roll back this beautiful beam footage. Girl, is this the same man? Girl, is this the same little boy? Girl. Kimberly said that's why you need your sanitizer with you at all times. Exactly. Girl, I need bubble wrap. I need a helmet, a mouth guard, gloves. I need all of it, girl. I can't. Girl, if Caleb and Kennedy was here, girl, they be done embarrassed me, girl. They be done yelled, stop it. Girl, they be done girl, they be done had a whole outburst and said, stop it. Girl, they be done. See, this is why. This is why when we went to Tennessee, girl, Avery and Sean and them was like, Are we flying? Or are we driving? I said, we're driving. Period. Huh? We're gonna gas up the pacer and we're driving. Period. Okay. And girl, we tugged that boat right on down 55, girl. I mean, what is it? No, not 55, 57, I-57. Girl, we gassed up the pacer and went down 57, girl, and we minded our business. We sang songs, we stopped for gas, we used the bathroom, got snacks, and we minded our own business. And see, that's how I travel. I'm so old school. Miss Jackie said, how long is your flight? Well, a traditional flight straight from Texas home to Chicago is about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Look, he back, girl, he back in his mouth. Same fingers in his mouth, girl. I couldn't spin the camera fast enough. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm distracted. Let me focus on Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, my typical flight from Texas to Chicago is typically about 3 to 3.5 hours. However, my flight yesterday was canceled. I had to reschedule, so I have a layover. I have to go to Orlando, and then I'll be there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I get to fly to Chicago. So let me focus on y'all because now I got shiny object syndrome. Yeah, Miss Latoya, I'm the same way. So we have a mud room, our mud room slash laundry room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty all bags. I'm gonna go ahead and start my loads of laundry. I'm gonna sort my clothes right there. I'm gonna have Sean take the kids, tell the kids to go into a different room, and I'm gonna strip down in my laundry room, and then I'm gonna run all of this, girl. It's gonna take off running up the stairs to the shower. And yeah, so it's the first of the month. So what that means in my household is every first of the month we switch out everybody's toothbrush. So my toothbrush is going in the garbage anyway. And so yeah, we will just start anew. We will just start anew is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna start anew. We're gonna start anew. And so yeah, that is the order of the day. And we will just go ahead and we will just wash. So, I know all prayer requests have already been submitted, breast friends, and Sean and Avriel will be working those prayer requests. But when y'all get in the comments, perhaps y'all can add me. And girl, he just put his hands back. They in his mouth now. He digging in his teeth with them same fingers. Can y'all see? Them same fingers. Them same fingers. Them digging fingers. Girl, they dig everywhere. You know what, Miss Julia? I was thinking the same thing. I really feel like we need to do a side by side. I really think, Miss Julia, I think so too. I think, I think he's like a world traveler. I think in my mind he's like a world traveler. I think that's the case. I think he be flight hopping, and this is just like his mo. Yeah. 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 I don't know. You know, I don't know where he's going or what he's doing or what the assignment is on his life. Girl. Oh God. Is it early or is it late? Is it too late for this or is it too early for this? We at the in between phase where it depends on, how you operate. So is it too early for this or is it too late for this? And can we keep him lifted up in prayer? Would that be fair? Yeah. Now he's scratching dandruff out of his hair. So like one of the things, best friends, is sometimes I'm glad there's certain situations that play out, and I'm like, I'm so glad Kenny and Caleb are not here because they don't. So I don't know if you guys have ever like come in contact with homeschool kids. Homeschool kids, on average, lack a filter, right? They lack a filter, and so Kennedy and Caleb are the typical homeschool kids that lack a filter. They just speak freely so often. And they would be very vocal about what they see. And they would be like, oh my God, did you see it? And I'd be like, shh, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Miss Bailey, I probably would be too if I wasn't concerned as to where I'm going to be seated on the plane and who's seated next to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, best friends. Well, listen. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Good morning, best friend. Good morning. We had a very interesting conversation. That was something that happened probably halfway through this video. I'm not sure how long I've been online, Miss Debbie, but there was something that transpired probably about 5 or 10 minutes ago that may be worth doubling back to watch. You know, I don't know. We have a new friend, a friend of a friend. A friend of a friend. That's one of them situations, best friends. That's one of them situations, best friends, where we get together. In my mind, this is what happened. We have a location. Y'all pick the city. In my mind, it's probably Vegas or somewhere. We have a location where we all get together and we fly in, and we get together and we have this thing, right? This get together, this kickback where we all hanging out and having a good time. And so as we all hanging out having a good time, something jump off, right? Something jump off, and we be like, who brought Buddy? Who brought Buddy? Buddy over there with the black hoodie on. Who brought him? Who came with him? Who did he come with? So all the best friends, we looking around, we trying to figure out who did he come with. So this is that moment where I go over and I turn the music down. We at the kickback. And I go over and I cut the music down and I say, I have a question. Who brought Buddy? So this is the friend of a best friend. He hasn't quite made it into the circle. He's not a best friend. He's a friend of a best friend. So we're gonna have to put him through some training. We gotta send him through some courses. He's got some self-development he has to do first before he can come inside of the circle, inside of the fold. But yeah, that's a friend that's not a best friend. That's a friend of a best friend. Okay. He's not in the circle, but he's loosely connected. Okay. He can't wear the Letterman's jacket yet. Okay. So yeah. Whew, yeah. Well, it's been real, best friends. I think the people are waking up. Some of the people are waking up, girl. Some of our friends. Some of our traveling friends. People starting to stir, the lights coming up, girl. Yeah, we definitely need orientation, best friend. We need orientation. So, some of our friends are waking up, girl. So, we're praying safe travels over everybody. For those of you guys just popping on the video, 7 o'clock prayer will still convene. 7 a.m. prayer this morning will still convene. Sean and Avriel will be facilitating 7 a.m. prayer. If you guys are able to, do me a huge favor. Make sure you guys are logged on. Make sure you give them your full support. I cannot wait. Excuse me. If I'm able to, I will be connected and listening in on the flight. I'm gonna try my hardest to get connected to the internet so that I could be on there. But Avriel and Sean are going to take the ball and they're going to run with it. Yesterday was 100%. Avriel, she gave her all. She left her all. She left her all on that live. And so I feel like today is going to be much the same. So you guys make sure 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, not 7:01, not 7:10, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. You guys make sure you guys are in the building. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run to the restroom real quick because I know they're going to be gathering us soon, girl. They're going to be gathering us and I can't get left behind. I want to stay in Texas, but girl, my family's in Illinois, so I gotta scoot on down the highway. I gotta skedaddle on down the highway. But I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for the safe travels. Thank you very, very much for the commitment, Miss Debbie. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of you guys, and there's nothing you could do about it. As I always say, the absolute best friends. I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. I've seen all the prayer requests coming in. The best is yet to come for everybody battling cancer. The best is yet to come for everybody who has financial troubles. The best is yet to come for all of the broken marriages, the lonely hearts, the people who feel like they don't have hope and they're dealing with depression and suicidal ideations and all of the different things. The best is yet to come for each and every one of you guys. Because God said it, I believe it, and we're going to stand on it. Amen. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.